Welcome back, viewers. You are still tuned into Prime Live. We are so excited to welcome back Inez Essop, who is the CEO and founder of Taste the Movie South Africa. Now, this is an extremely unique movie-going experience, but yes, luxury dining as well. And it is the perfect compilation of food and dining experiences, but with also enjoying some of the meals from your favorite movies. I'm sure we've all had those moments where you're watching a movie and you're wishing you could taste the delicious food you're seeing on screen. And Inez has absolutely brought this unique dining experience to the shores of South Africa, and it has been an absolute success. I mean, every time I look on your social media, everything is booked out anyway. But join us as we delve into the conversation and more about Taste the Movie, some of the upcoming events they have in Johannesburg and Cape Town, as well as the inspiration behind the concept. Inez, thank you so much for joining us once again on Prime Live.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, I love the concept. I mean, a unique dining experience, I'm absolutely that girl. And especially if it's, you know, those unique dishes that we get to see on TV. And you always have that what if moment when you're watching things like Harry Potter or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and you're wishing you could delve into that experience or that delicious brownie or the chocolate fountain. But that is something that you've brought to the shores of South Africa, and you've made that actually a reality. Can you talk to us behind the inspiration on what actually inspired you to start Taste the Movie?
So, as I previously mentioned, I studied for 3 years in Germany, and I found that there was so much to do over the weekends, and one of these experiences were in Germany. And when I came back home, I felt really sad because there was not much to do or not many exciting things to do over the weekend, especially if you're a young girl and you want to do something alone in a safe environment. There's very little of that to do. So I decided that if I can't go there, it's going to come to me. And I also wanted young girls like myself to have something to look forward to. I mean, you work really hard during the week, you want to release, you want to have fun and experience a world-class experience. So that's what I wanted to do.
I love that, and I love to see women in South Africa bringing completely new and exciting concepts to the country, and people are absolutely eating it up, pun intended. People are absolutely loving the concept, and I do follow you guys on social media, so that's how I know every time you release a new date for a new experience, they're completely booked out. So it's amazing to see how you've grown so much since your first interview here on INX. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I know in the beginning you were just doing Johannesburg, but now you're in Cape Town as well.
Yes.
So it's lovely to see how you've expanded and how you've grown over that very short period of time since you've last been here. But take us through the behind the scenes. I mean, it sounds like a logistical nightmare to prepare something like this. Talk to us about how you guys prepare everything and how you make sure that those meals are coming out timelessly as they're happening in the movie.
So the first step is obviously to watch the movie, and I make little notes of any ideas that come to my mind when I'm watching the movie. So like in the recent Shrek film, with the fairy godmother, there's like a scene where she's in a bubble and we made a chocolate sphere. So anytime something along those lines come to me, I make a little note of it, and then I'm like, okay, how can we execute this better than we normally would, better than just having, you know, a chicken dish or something? How can we elevate it? And then I speak to the chefs who I work with, and they tell me what's possible and what's not. And then we also look at time frames. So we don't want to rush people. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to because of the nature of the movie. But we really just try and give people enough time between each meal, and that they're having enough of the portion size, and that it makes complete sense with what you're seeing in that moment.
I mean, it sounds like an absolute dream. It sounds like so much of fun, and I can't wait to try it personally. But can you talk us through, I know you've had Harry Potter, you've had Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I know you've had many other amazing movies that you featured, including Princess Diaries as well. How do you decide which movies to actually feature for Taste the Movie? Is it something that you decide to pick out, or is it something that your customers or the consumers decide on what they would like to have at Taste the Movie?
So there's two factors. One, time of the year. As we're approaching Christmas, we want to start showing more Christmas movies, but then also what people want. So we listen and we put out polls and we put out emails all the time for people to give us their feedback. And we have a few ideas in mind. Maybe we're watching a movie and we're kind of like, oh, that looks really good, I want to try that. So we kind of have those ideas of films that we want to do, and then we put them up, and then people can vote, and whichever gets the most votes obviously comes next. But then also it's time of year as well.
And And from your perspective, what has been the most popular amongst the movies in terms of the people that have been coming to enjoy the experiences? Which one would you say is maybe perhaps your personal favorite and perhaps the consumer or the customer's favorite?
So one show that we always sell out, alhamdulillah, is Harry Potter. Come any time of the year, everybody loves Harry Potter. I'm not a huge fan, so I can't really follow. Personally, I would say for a long time my favorite was Ratatouille, because as a child I used to watch them make the dishes and I never knew what Ratatouille tasted like. So that was my favorite up until this year when we did Shrek 2. That menu was so fun and so insane. So that has now become another favorite as well. And it's also my personal favorite.
I mean, that sounds exciting. I'm absolutely a Potterhead. So I think anyone who's enjoyed Harry Potter as a child, I mean, you immerse yourself and you imagine yourself sitting on those dining tables with the immaculate feast that's prepared. So I can imagine that it would be any Potterhead's absolute dream come true. But like you said, you do cater to the different time of year and the different season, and that also depends on, the different types of movies that you will be featuring. But talk us through Johannesburg and Cape Town. What are some of the upcoming ones that are available for us to book for, and what can we look forward to for the festive season?
So in general, we have, as I said, Harry Potter, Ratatouille, Shrek 2, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and we're also going into more Studio Ghibli movies, so Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle, because there's a lot of good food scenes. In the new year, for Valentine's Day, we're going to be doing some romantic movies, and for Galentine's Day, we're going to be doing Princess Diaries again. For Christmas, we're doing Home Alone, and we also are starting a new line of foods from the Quran. So that's going to be something, obviously there's no movie, but we're going to be getting all the scriptures or the hadiths on food and then pairing it with an actual dish so that it can be an educational journey for people.
I think that's such a beautiful concept, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that. I really love that you've brought this concept to life, because as a young person, you're always looking for something fun and different and exciting to do, like you said, on the weekends or when you do have your free time. And I think these kind of settings, these kind of experiences, you can create such incredible memories and almost relive these childhood experiences that you had when you were younger. I mean, I'm just thinking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and how many times you felt like you wanted to try the things that they were eating in the movie or the things you would see in the factory itself. So I love that you've brought such a unique concept to South Africa. And I think it's a really immersive and amazing way for South Africans to experience something new and something exciting. But can you talk to us about what is the future of Taste the Movie? What are your goals for the future and what can we expect?
So my goals for the future right now, I'm working on 3 different menus. They're all more about educational programs. So we're looking at history, Mughal history, Greek history, and obviously I said foods of the Quran, because we want to take it a little bit away from movies and have it more interactive. So we want you to sit, hear something, think about it. Even African storytelling, that's probably my favorite one. When we were growing up, we always heard about these stories like when Hippo was hairy. And I want to bring those 2 elements because South Africa is really dear to me, but also my Indian heritage as well as my religion. Those 3 things play a very big role in my life, and I want to share it with the world, and I think the best way you can do it is through food. So we're expanding. We're also working with a few beauty companies to bring their beauty products to life through food, and inshallah we'll go overseas. We're looking for opportunities there to expand as well.
You were sitting right in that chair when you said you were going to be moving to Cape Town. So I'm certain that in a little while when we will have you back, I'm certain that we'll have news from you that you've already expanded overseas. I mean, from myself, it's a big congratulations to you. It's amazing to see how much your business has grown in the short time that we've heard about it. And I have no doubt that it will continue on to grow and expand internationally as well. But a lot of our viewers actually want to know, where can they find you on social media? How do they book? Tell us all the details.
So you can find us on tastethemovie.co.za. We finally have our own website. Alternatively, you can find us on Instagram or TikTok at tastethemoviesa. We post regular schedules and you can book via the link. You just have to click Johannesburg or Cape Town and you have to look at the dates, unfortunately, that which movie is playing when, because there's no way to link it directly. But you can find this schedule really easily. We pin it to our story and we also have it on our website readily available for you to book.
Inez, thank you so much for joining us once again on Prime Live. It's been such a privilege to watch your growth and how this incredible idea has expanded and grown over the time. And it's amazing to see also, personally myself, to see the reaction from people as well, and to see how well they've taken to the concept and how much people are enjoying it. And we cannot wait to see what you will continue to do in the future.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been such a pleasure. Viewers at home, that is Inez Essop, the owner, CEO, and founder of Taste the Movie. Now, this is an incredible, unique dining experience where you get to enjoy the meals from your favorite movies whilst watching the movie, and in real time as well. If you're looking for something to do with your friends, with your family over the festive season, please do head over to their website to go and book. They do have a lot of upcoming shows for you to enjoy, and do keep your eyes peeled on their social media platforms. They will be having new concepts and new things going on as well, in terms of the concepts and the unique dining experiences that they will be showcasing. I can definitely foresee an African dining experience also appeal to a lot of tourists as well. So we're definitely manifesting all of that for you. But viewers at home, definitely have a look at their website and give them a follow on their social media platforms to stay in tune with what's next and what's happening. On that note, it is time for us to head over to an ad break, and we'll come right back.